The squad car's lights flashed like a cheap disco, painting our quiet cul-de-sac in red and blue chaos. Two goons in fake cop uniforms, badges gleaming with that dollar store shine, dragged my wife, Lena, out of our front yard, her hands cuffed, her eyes blazing with a fury I'd only seen once before. They claimed she'd violated some HOA rule about unauthorized lawn decorations, but their smug grin screamed something darker, power-tripping bullies hiding behind fake authority. I stood there, fists clenched, shouting, "You've got no right," as neighbors peeked from behind curtains, too scared to step in. Lena, though, didn't flinch. She locked eyes with me, a signal I knew too well. I've got this. Lena wasn't just my wife. She was Special Agent Lena Carter, undercover FBI, embedded in our sleepy suburban hellhole to bust a corrupt HOA racket. For months, she'd been playing the part of the perfect housewife, planting petunias and smiling at block parties, all while gathering evidence on the HOA board's dirty little empire. These weren't your typical Karens whining about mailbox colors. They were running a full-on extortion scheme, shaking down homeowners with fake fines, forged liens, and, yeah, those wannabe cops who just cuffed her. The officers were part of the scam, hired muscle posing as law enforcement to intimidate anyone who dared question the HOA's iron grip. Lena had been closing in, her hidden cameras catching every bribe, every threat, every slimy deal until tonight, when they decided to make an example out of her. I wasn't supposed to know the half of it. Lena kept her work tight-lipped, even from me, to protect us both. But I'd overheard enough late-night calls to piece it together. The HOA president, Karen Whitaker, was the queen pin, a bleach-blonde tyrant with a smile like a crocodile's and a rap sheet she thought was buried. Karen had caught wind of Lena's snooping, probably from that nosy neighbor, Greg, who'd been eyeballing her garden for weeks. They set up this ambush, thinking they'd scare her into submission with a public arrest over some trumped-up violation. Big mistake. Lena wasn't just a fed. She was a damn force of nature, and these clowns had no idea the storm they'd unleashed. As they shoved her toward the car, Lena's voice cut through the night like a blade. "You're done, Karen," she said, calm as death. The fake cop hesitated, glancing at his partner, but Karen, watching from her pristine porch across the street, just sneered. "Take her downtown," she barked, like she was starring in her own cop drama. I wanted to charge, to knock those fake badges in next week, but Lena's glance held me back. She trained me for this: stay out, stay safe, let her work. So I stood there, heart pounding, as they drove off, Karen's smug laugh echoing like a slap. But I knew something she didn't. Lena was never the prey. By morning, the neighborhood was buzzing like a kicked hornet's nest. I'd spent the night on the phone, pulling strings with Lena's FBI contact, a gruff guy named Torres who sounded like he chewed gravel for breakfast. He confirmed what I suspected. Lena had let herself get arrested to blow the lid off this circus. She'd been wired, her cuffs a prop, her every word recorded. The fake cops? Just low-life contractors with rap sheets longer than a CVS receipt. Karen's crew had been fleecing homeowners for years, pocketing millions through fake fines and property seizures, all while posing as upstanding community leaders. Lena's evidence videos, bank records, even Karen's own email had been uploaded to the FBI's servers the second those cuffs clicked. Torres told me to sit tight, but I wasn't built for that. I marched to the HOA meeting that afternoon, where Karen was holding court like some suburban dictator, spinning lies about Lena's crimes. The room was packed, neighbors whispering, some outraged, others eating up Karen's crap like it was gospel. "She's a menace," Karen shrieked, waving a forged document about Lena's illegal landscaping. I couldn't take it anymore. "You're full of it, Karen," I roared, slamming my fist on the table. The room went dead silent. Those cops? Fakes. Your fines? A scam. And Lena? "She's coming for you." Karen's face twitched, but she doubled down, calling me a hysterical husband. That's when the doors burst open. Lena strode in, flanked by real FBI agents, badges gleaming like justice itself. The room erupted, gasps, shouts, a few neighbors clapping like they'd been waiting for this. Karen's jaw dropped, her fake tan paling as Lena held up a tablet streaming live footage of the fake cops spilling their guts in an interrogation room. "Karen Whitaker," Lena said, voice steady but burning, "you're under arrest for fraud, extortion, and impersonating law enforcement." The agents moved in, cuffs ready, but Karen wasn't going down quietly. She screamed, "This is my neighborhood," and lunged for Lena, only to be tackled by Torres like a linebacker. The crowd lost it, some cheered, others filmed, and Greg, that snitch, bolted for the exit but got nabbed by another agent. What followed was pure chaos, the kind you'd see in a movie but never expect in your own backyard. Neighbors turned on each other, spilling years of pent-up rage over Karen's reign of terror. One woman admitted she'd paid $10,000 in fines to keep her house. Another guy confessed he'd been too scared to report Karen's goons threatening his kids. The local news ate it up, helicopters circling as the FBI hauled out boxes of evidence from Karen's McMansion. Social media exploded Karen takedown, trended nationwide, with ex-posts calling her everything from HOA Hitler to suburban Scarface. Lena's footage leaked, probably on purpose, showing Karen bribing officials and laughing about bankrupting a single mom. The public's fury was a wildfire: petitions, protests, even a viral song called "Karen's Gotta Go." Karen's empire crumbled faster than a bad perm. Her accomplices flipped, spilling every detail to save their own skins. The fake cops? Facing years behind bars. Karen herself? Slapped with so many charges she'd need a calculator to keep up. At her arraignment, she tried playing the victim, sobbing about community service, but the judge wasn't having it. "You preyed on your neighbors," he snapped, remanding her without bail. The courtroom cheered. Lena, though, stayed stone cold, her mission complete, but her fire still burning. She'd exposed not just Karen, but a system that let petty tyrants like her thrive: HOAs, weaponizing rules to control and extort. As the dust settled, our neighborhood felt like it could breathe again. People started talking, really talking, for the first time in years. The HOA was dissolved, replaced by a community council that actually gave a damn. Lena got a commendation from the FBI, but she didn't care about the spotlight. She cared about the single mom who got her house back, the old man who didn't have to pay a dime in fake fines. Me? I was just proud as hell, though I'd never admit how scared I'd been watching her walk into that trap. Lena changed how we saw power, how we saw each other. She showed us that one person, armed with truth and a hell of a lot of guts, could take down a monster. This isn't just our story, it's a wake-up call. Stand up, speak out, and don't let the Karens of the world run the show. Thanks for hearing us outshare your own stories. And if you're fired up, subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep the fight alive.